Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. In this video we are comparing the best of the US&A with the Meguiars Ultimate Snow Foam product with the best of the US&K or the UK with the Autoglym Polar Blast. These are two juggernauts of detailing companies that have been doing this for decades, but as always there can be only one winner. Go! Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. If you're new here, please subscribe if you like product reviews and kind of honest comparisons of kind of detailing products. So in today's video, guys, we're attempting to compare the Meguiars Ultimate Snow Foam with the Autoglym Polar Blast. So we're going to go through a whole series of tests very quickly, tell you the results and then give you an overall winner. Let's just start off now with the Meguiars Ultimate Snow Foam. So this is the ultimate way to deliver a swirl-free, wash and shine, extreme cling foam. Outlasts others on waxed or coated vehicles. So the more wax and coating you've got on your car, the more it's supposed to cling. That's the way I read it. And when it stops clinging, it means you need to top up your protection. Never heard that one before, it's a little bit weird. Meguiars Snow Foam is what I call a one-part system. So you can use it either to spray on and dwell and rinse off like a traditional snow foam as we understand it in the kind of UK, or you can use it as a contact wash, so spray on and then go around with your wash media, a wash mitt or whatever, and use it as a contact cleaner and then rinse it off. And Meguiars say if it's not so heavy, you could spray on, rinse off. If you've got lots of heavy soiling, then you can wet the car down first, knock off the big chunks, spray it all over and do your contact wash. So the advantage of the usage of Meguiars is you have one product doing both the pre-wash and the contact wash function. Compare this to the Autoglym product. It's a two-part system. Polar Blast being the pre-wash, which is formulated to spray on your car with your foam cannon or snow foam lance, sit there and dwell, soften the dirt, and then you blast it off. And then you use their Polar Wash or one of their other Autoglym shampoo products. Polar Wash you can use in a bucket or you can use in a snow foam lance, and then you apply that after you've done the rinse to get most of the dirt off, and then you do your contact wash separately. So it's supposed to be a two-part system. If you want the Polar series to be a one-part system, then you could just buy the Polar Wash and use it in the same way as the Meguiars. So there is no real definite advantage in usage between the two products, but it's important to understand that before we carry on with the comparison. One other observation, guys, is that both these products contain quite a lot of foam boosters, foam stabilisers, which give you thick, dense, more stable foam. A disadvantage of products that do that is that when the foam is rinsed off the car, it tends to stay on the driveway a lot longer, you know, for hours or days. If you want to get rid of it, you're going to have to rinse it kind of down. And so that's, if you don't like that feature, do not buy either of these products. They both do it. Next up, the pH of the product, guys. The Autoglym product claims pH neutral. The Meguiars product doesn't on the label, but I'm sure somewhere I heard mention of them saying it's pH neutral. Anyway, I read the pHs of the product. The Polar Blast reads 7.3 and the Meguiars read 7.7. So if your priority is buying a product which is closer to pH neutral, which is a pH of 7, you would buy the Polar Blast if that was your priority. However, both of them are close enough to pH neutral that when you mix them down, you know, low ratios with water, it's not going to make any difference, and it wouldn't make any difference even if you weren't mixing them down. So in other words, don't worry. Next up, foaming and cling. So the Autoglym one describes this blanket of thick, dense foam. The Meguiars one, extreme cling foam with this fantastic image on the front bottle. Now it's up to you whether or not you like foamy products and cling. I've talked about them enough on the channel. Been a bit negative towards the whole foam thing. I'm negative to it when I'm talking detailing. When I'm out there putting it on my car, I probably like a thick foam as much as anybody else. We're all a little bit of a sucker for it. Does it help? Possibly not, even though it might give you cling. If the product is so mild, it's not doing anything, you know. There's all this discussion that I've had before on the channel. The bigger risk for me is going too crazy on the amount of foam you get with products generally. You know, trying to get this thick foam is you really do increase the risk of getting sort of thick soap stains and residue on your car when you're rinsing products off. It's hard to tell sometimes. You think you've got most of it off, but you can have product lurking in little parts of the car that doesn't always come off. And then when you dry the car, you can sometimes see not even water spots, but little patches of kind of product. And the risk of that is a lot higher when you are upping the concentration of products, okay? So that is the risk with going foam crazy. The benefits are it looks friggin' awesome and you might in theory get some cling. Okay, let's get on with this. Guys, this is easy. The Polar Blast product is thick. It is a thick blanket of film, and it's great, and it's one of the foamiest ones I've ever used. It being the probably top 4 of foamy snow foams. However, I would say that the Meguiars Ultimate Snow Foam is the thickest, clingiest snow foam that I've ever used. And they use the word extreme cling wash. It sounds quite blingy and hyped up, but it's true. The foam on this stuff is really, really thick, really, really clinging, and really, really nice. I'll just overlay the pictures. They talk for themselves. I love the way it looks. It is a sexy looking snow foam. That is for sure. So Meguiars wins this particular test, and I don't think it's ever going to get toppled on that particular test. Next up, guys, I'm going to do price, value for money, and cost based on cost per wash. Okay, I'm going to use the normal price that Halfords advertise for this without sales. Okay, sometimes Halfords do some great sales and the prices are really good, but it's unfair if one's got a sale on and one hasn't. So just going on normal prices. One thing is both these products have the same usage ratios. They recommend you use 100 ml of product to 500 ml of water in your snow foam lance, which makes it very easy to compare. The Autoglym product costs £17 for 2.5 litres. The Meguiars product costs £20 for 946 millilitres, just under a litre. The cost per wash of the Autoglym product is therefore around about 68p per wash. The cost of the Meguiars product is around £2 per wash. So it's roughly 3 times the cost per wash of the Autoglym product. So the Autoglym product wins the value for money. And this is, as I said when I reviewed it, a very expensive product to use. Next up, guys, corrosion to steel. You may have seen me do this test in my best of snow foam video where I compared lots and lots of products. One thing I test now is I have mild steel test plates, and I test snow foams and detergents that you spray all over your car and soak. I put those products on the test steel and I compare them to see which ones cause corrosion, because there are steel components on cars, namely your brakes. Some of your brakes typically contain steel, so they're affected by products which promote oxidization and rust. There are little steel brackets. Some cars have mild steel exhausts. You know, so I test this basically. Note that the level of corrosionness in steel and the ability for these products to promote rust does not translate to meaning it's going to be more harmful to clear coat or rubber or glass or all the other surfaces. It is just relevant to causing rust on steel, which is a particular type of material. It's called an amphoretic material, okay? So we're just looking at that, so don't panic if you ever do see them rust, and they do cause rust. Okay, the loser is the Meguiars Ultimate Snow Foam. After about an hour of putting this product on a piece of mild steel, you start to get that white layer of film, and then subsequently that turns to rust rather rapidly. The Autoglym product, I've tested it before. It does promote oxidization and rust in steel more than just water, so it doesn't have any sort of corrosion inhibitors in it, but it doesn't generate that oxidization and rust anywhere near as quickly as the Meguiars product. In fact, it's not, you know, the ones that do it, you can see them do it quickly. This was kind of just average, like a few of the products in the snow foam test. So nothing to worry about with either products, but like I say, still it's relevant to steel components. I like to have things that don't prevent rust, don't promote rust and actually inhibit rust when I'm soaking them all over my cars. The added bonus as well, the thing when you notice most, is your brake disc not turning kind of orange when these products sit on them. Okay, so that's this particular test. The Polar Blast was the winner. Next up, guys, cleaning power. Well, I'm down to my last kind of 300 ml on this. I've done about 6 or 7 uses of Meguiars now. I've gone through one of these. This is my second one of these Polar Blast things, so I know the product reasonably well. So based on me using them, let me say this, I cannot tell the difference in cleaning power between the two products. So out I bust my dirt simulator, the Forensics Formula Dirt Simulator, a mixture of grease and grime, which is a real tough test for snow foam products. I put it down on my white panel, test these products on it. These products cannot affect that simulated dirt of mine, and that's not uncommon. The cleaning power of these products is not massive. They are pH neutral, safe, mild pre-washes, and you would not, in my opinion, pick either of them because you can get a significant, you know, stronger cleaning product. Does that mean that they're not fit for purpose because they're not really aggressive kind of cleaners? Not really, guys. I mean, I could pan the camera around and show you my car. My car is perfectly clean. There are times in the winter where if I have thick road film on my car, stronger products, stronger alkalines will just strip that road film off a lot quicker, with no real consequences, as long as they're not kind of caustic products, you know. So I prefer a stronger product. Some people don't, so that's up to you. It's a tie on cleaning power, guys. And finally, the overall winner and loser. Guys, the overall winner is the Polar Blast. The overall loser is the Meguiars product. It's simple. This Meguiars product is 3 times the cost of the Polar Blast one. That is a killer, because it's going to have to be spectacular for me to pay 20 quid for it over the Polar Blast. They both work. They lay down thick foam. This lays down thicker foam, but this lays down thick foam, and you let that dwell and you blast it off. The added bonus is you could use the Meguiars as a contact wash if you like, but I'd always want 2 products ideally, but that's quite nice. I really want to kind of recommend this to people. It's a product that when I did the review on, I talked about the price, and if you sort of talk about something, it encourages, and you focus on it, it encourages it all to become about that. This is a really good product, I think, but detergents and shampoos and pre-washes, they're relatively simple things. So I don't think that the price could ever be justified. I'd love to see Meguiars get this price down to about £10 a litre, £12 a litre even. This product would be very, very popular if they could do that. At the moment, it's 30% discounted, and I think you can get it for 14 quid. So if you're going to check it out, probably now is the time to check it out. Very cool product. You will love the cling of it. You will love the thickness of it. Don't go mad with it, don't over concentrate it, but just enjoy it. It is fun, it's a good product, but at the moment it's too expensive, and the Polar Blast is kind of reasonably priced for a pre-wash at £17 for 2.5 litres, 68p a wash, and it's going to essentially give you all of the fun without busting your kind of wallet. That's how I see it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you've used either of these products, let me know your thoughts on them in the comments. We're going to be doing more comparisons on snow foams and stuff like that. In fact, I might do another little double comparison soon on 2 less foamy and more powerful ones, and see if anything can topple the old built hammer off the chart. So more to come on snow foams. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you already haven't done so. You know all the drill. Take care, and we're done for the day. Bye now.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I?